and welcome back to my Battle of Dazar'alor raid guide. The next boss is the Stormwall Blockade, and what you need to do first of all is split the group into two halves, equal DPS as much as possible, because the two bosses have to die at the same time. If they don't die at the same time, there will be the one that remains alive will be channeling the Laminaria thing in the middle, and the more energy it gets, the quicker it'll cast its wipe spell basically. So you need to kill these two bosses within a very short space of time of each other. If one boss dies before the other, everyone on your ship quickly portal over to the other ship and get that boss down first before phase 2 starts. So if you are on the left ship, you will be fighting Sister Catherine. Now I'll put a video clip here of the mechanics of Sister Catherine. When we killed this boss, I did it with a different group and I was on the other side of the ship. So I'll just insert a clip here of Sister Catherine's mechanics. So what you need to be looking out for on this side is, if you are marked with crackling lightning, you need to move away from the rest of the group to stop damage. It's like a blue swirly thing, so just run out to the edge and let it drop off and then move away. Then she's going to be casting Voltaic Flash, which is going to be shooting these lightning flashes across the boat. You can usually see where they are going to be shot by looking at the edge of the boat where the shiny globes are. They'll flash quickly, so you'll know where they're about to go off, so you can just move out of the way as soon as possible. If you get hit by it, you will be damaged, of course, so just try and move out of it as best you can. She will at some point put up a shield called an Electric Shroud, which you need to damage through as quick as possible, and then interrupt her Storm Empowerment cast, because if she does cast the Storm Empowerment, it's going to be channeling energy again to Laminaria, which is increasing its energy, again leading to a possible sooner wipe. So just do your best to do your absolute best. Yes. So on to Brother Joseph. If you're on his side of the ship, there's going to be people being targeted by the Sea Storm. So you want to try and drop the Sea Storm patches in the middle ideally, because what that is used for is when the Tempting Siren spawns, which is the ad, it'll spawn towards the edge of the ship. The person who's targeted by that will be beckoned towards the ad and basically it'll jump you off the ship. So you want to place the Sea Storm patches in strategic places so that whoever gets targeted will be walked through them to slow them down, and hopefully people will be able to kill the ad before the player who's targeted by the siren gets to it and falls off the ship to their death. So that's really important. If you do stand in the Sea Storm patches, it will cause ticking damage, so just try and stay out of them wherever possible. This fight was a little bit messy. The Sea Storm patches were not dropped very strategically at all, but it is doable even still. But just try your best to drop them in the middle. So when the ad spawns, you want to be killing that as soon as possible. Otherwise people could die. It's very important. Joseph will also cast a type of shield on himself, and again, like the other one, start casting Storm's Empowerment, increasing the energy of Laminaria. So just try and damage the shield as quick as you can and interrupt his cast, and that is pretty much it for the two sides of phase 1. If one boss does go down before the other, like I said before, just go to the other ship and help them finish it off before everybody moves to the middle to face Laminaria. So in phase 2 you want to all be stacked up, so melee are going to be stacked by the boss and ranged stacked away from the boss somewhere. It's really important because there will be this thing called Sea Storm, which will drop a patch underneath everybody, so everyone needs to be dropping in the same place and then moving out of the way of it. It's really important. There's a soaking mechanic, so when they cast Ire of the Deep, you want to run into the circle and soak it, so as many people as possible. I think I took it a couple of times as a bear on my own, and it took 2/3 of my health, but just get a couple of people to soak it if they can. And the patches all over the floor, they can be cleared up by the person who gets the Storm's Whale buff or debuff. So if you get that, you want to be running over all the patches on the ground, clearing it up as much as possible, but you need to watch the timer because it is ticking down. I think you get about 10 seconds. You've got to run out of the group as far away as possible because it will spawn an ad, and this ad will slowly move towards the boss before channeling energy to it when it gets to it. So you need to kill the ad as soon as possible. When the ad gets to the boss, as a healer, you want to dispel the debuff on the tank to give a 10% damage increase buff to everybody. So you need to try and time that well, because you can't let the stacks on the tanks get too high. You want to try and time it well with that ad, so you can see that ad's nearly dead before it gets to the boss. So, and one of the tanks has died. Quickly, battle res the tank, Amanda. But you can't because he's off the edge and he's out of your line of sight. You must go towards the edge to battle res him. There we go. My job is done. So just try and keep stacked. As you can see, this got a little bit messy, but just try your best to stack to minimize the patches all over the ground. I don't think people were clearing them either, to be honest, so just do your absolute best to try to keep to the mechanics whilst panicking, because people may or may not be dying and not doing mechanics properly. So try and stay stacked, move out of the sea swell cast, stay out of the patches on the floor, and soak the thing that you need to soak. Ire of the Deep. And that's it, there we go. Dead. On to Jaina. Thanks for watching, and I hope it was helpful to you. Be sure to subscribe for more videos, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Amanda heals you. Amanda heals you. Amanda heals you. Amanda heals you today, and she's not gonna stop. Amanda heals you. Amanda heals you. Amanda heals you. Amanda heals you today, and she's not gonna stop. Amanda.